You know what I mean? Only thing that can kill me is death.
Hell no, I can't trust nobody. So I keep me a stick at the party. Pulling up finna catch me a body. Round with them choppers, no Harleys. They know I gotta keep my Scotty. 33 and it's acting retarded. If it don't kill me, go harder. All my niggas and we moving like shotters. And I'm big tier late, we poppin'. We bought no assist, no Stockton. All my niggas, we up, we locked in. If he say got gas, might stop in. HP for the number of Harden. Free MC, white chalkin'. Tried to catch a play, D Hopkins. Pull up on the scene, we walk down. All that talking tough got chalked out. Bitch down the bricks, my hot route. How we gon' lose, we hot now. Got me sippin' Henny, that act up. Get it by the load, no Mack truck. Put your ex on my sack up. Bitch out of line.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And we got a three special guests in here today. 77 episodes and counting. 37,000, views on YouTube. 1,000 plus clips on Instagram, and numerous sponsorships from Eon PGH, UDIG, and more. We have the Vibeshiptv podcast crew in here. Lays, Dre, and Brock. How's it going, man?
Absolutely good.
Definitely doing good.
All right, first of all, I appreciate y'all for giving me my first interview. And then I said on camera, as soon as I could get y'all in here, I would. And so I'm happy. I'm really happy to have y'all in here. This is y'all first one, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
First one.
All right, let's get to it. Okay, so the media scene in Pittsburgh is growing at an alarming rate. And you guys are one of the few people that tend to reach out to every media platform and try to get the interview ahead of time. So why and how?
Well, I would say one format that we started to do was we tried to it was a team effort. So we made sure that everybody had a role some way, somehow. It kind of like, we all kind of like rolled into the place the right way. But another thing was we wanted to show the culture here. We wanted to show the people here, and that we're just more than just a rap city or a football city. You know what I mean? We have had a football player on, we have had rappers on, but we also have a lot of entrepreneurs that are from the city or coming into the city that are trying to make a name for themselves. Everybody don't got to be popping, for sure, but we want these people to be known as superheroes, and that's what we're trying to show them as.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But in specific for media platforms, because we can run down the list. You guys have me, X-Files, Scoop TV twice. Mm-hmm. So, like, why in specific you guys are so adamant on reaching out to media platforms in Pittsburgh, though?
Social media platforms for people that have a lot of motion. Mm-hmm. That's what we're looking for, as far as like the target of the people who are moving things in the city for the culture. So whoever's moving something in the city for the culture, like yourself, Pittsburgh Chatter's making a lot of movement for the city, and you're putting a lot of people on where they get to voice, you know, their opinions and their ideas about, you know, whatever they have going on, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's, you know, having a clothing brand, whether they're doing being a rap artist. But as long as they have some motion, those are usually the people that we want to really reach out to and expand brands and work and collab together.
Mm-hmm. So basically it just has to make sense.
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys have been doing this for a while. Like, how many years are we in? Because, of course, there was a transition period where it wasn't this crew at first, and then even I had looked all the way back, and if you go back far enough, Lays, he has an interview on there. Mm-hmm. So that means he couldn't have been a part of the crew because you guys were interviewing him. So talk about the process, how everyone got added on, and talk about that a little bit.
Well, we've been doing this for, I think going on, this is our third year, actually, with us three. I'll say a small tidbit, and then I'll let Dre intervene. But
for sure,
in the beginning, it was Lay, before Lay, it was another person that was that we had in mind that was, you know, going to be a part of the Vibeship you know, crew, but it didn't work out. But you know, it just once Lay came aboard, it just grew and grew in ways for me personally that I really at the time didn't think was gonna be feasible for Vibeshiptv. And as time went on, though, I seen the chemistry between Dre and Lay, and of course everybody know they got a little bit of a background between, you know, them being from the same area and stuff. So it became really how can I say, eccentric in a way, and it's been it's been a vibe and it's been moving ever since Lay has been, you know, added to the Vibeship roster. So for me personally, I'm happy we chose Lay, and he was, you know, he became a part of the
God
team.
works in mysterious ways, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Just to expound on what he was saying is, from the beginning, this whole thing wasn't supposed to be even a podcast. It wasn't even that. It was I watched a lot of Vlad TV, so I was like, what if I could do interviews, you know, with people where I'm not on camera, you know, I'm just interviewing them. So I did Young Curl, shout out to Young Curl. He gave me the opportunity when he brought JoJo Simpsons into the city with Josh, and when they brought those people here, basically at that point, I came down there, I did like 10 interviews, right? So I did 10 interviews, I posted those, and I was like, it's just called Vibeship. It was just that. There was no TV on it. So as time went on, I'm like, you know what? This is predated before COVID-19, because COVID-19 didn't happen yet. Everybody was still outside. But after when COVID-19 came into place, I was like, you know what? I let it go. I just let it sit. I wasn't doing anything with it. And I was like, I stopped the interviews. After I interviewed even Lay, and I interviewed Lay in my house, actually, with the backdrop of the white backdrop. So after I did that process, I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn this into a podcast, because I was watching $1 million worth of game. I was like, you know what? I can get into this and turn that into that.
In the early stages.
In the early stages. So after that, basically, we went on to saying, all right, let's shoot a podcast. We rented out a hotel in the Oaklander out in Oakland, and we got into the room. It was just me and Brock and another person that was along, and that was like the first pilot. That was like the first shoot. It went crazy that day, right? You know what I'm saying? The mics wasn't working, cameras wasn't working that bad. It was like I still was learning equipment, so it was just real crazy. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? That was the trial and error. After that, second interview is in all 13 next interviews were in my house in the dining room with a great backdrop drop right on the YouTube. Y'all can see it. So that's what it was, and we did those episodes. And when Lay came in on the first interview in the house, after we did, we was like, yeah, I think this could work out. I think that we can make this happen. He was like, yeah, I'm going to be consistent. I'm with y'all. I'm like, all right, cool. And ever since then, it's been magic.
That's one thing I do want to admit is you just highlighted it, is the consistency. And people don't understand how difficult it is to be consistent. And especially when you have 3 different people. So let's talk about that a little bit, because you all have different careers. You sell vintage clothing, you do marketing and branding, and you do construction. So how do you guys find the time to record?
All right, so I know when we first started, which is crazy, I think when we first started, there was a time that I lost my ride, got into a real bad car crash right on Penn Avenue. I got hit by the pad bus, which is crazy. Smacked me, totaled my ride out.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah, I did.
I was about to say they had to. I got caught for some. All them 250s we done paid. Go ahead, my bad.
I got right. Trust me, I got right.
Okay.
But after that happened, I was still with my ex-girl at the time, and she was looking out. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely respect her. Like, she used to drive me straight all the way up there. Sometimes she'll let me use her ride and everything. And, like, I commended her on that, because that kept me consistent. And after that happened, going into, like, the timing, even though that was going on with me, we always set the date for Sunday. Sunday was always the date. Dre always had a certain time. I think it was like 8:30 around that time.
Yep,
but we'd be there like 7:30 basically, and we just set that date. I think around that time in the beginning, we didn't even have meetings yet. It was just, this is what we was doing. I'll meet you on Sunday, and then that like gradually progressed. Like, we all start talking about, they both was like, we should like do a run through at least once a week. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm all for it. And then that turned into where we're at now. And also on top of that, Sunday was kind of like the best day for us, because I know they still work, me even still working. I still got to put like a certain time frame on stuff. We just try to always do the afternoon. It was gradually a little bit better.
Especially on Sundays, because it's like you can still get that family time a little bit during the day, but it's like, okay, for the section of time where I would normally just be chilling, kicking it, watching sports or something, all right, let's find some work to do, basically.
Yeah, facts.
So, all right. It's still hard, though. On Sundays, not most people are going to want to record on Sundays. So have you ever ran into instances where it's like, okay, nah, we can't do Sunday? and that would kind of throw everything off. So I'm just asking out of curiosity.
You mean?
I'll answer it, but no.
No, I just want to go. Do you mean we're
interviewee saes I can't?
Oh, we're
do
an
a Sunday.
interviewer says
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, so if we do an interview and they say we can't do it, we always compromise. So we'll be like, okay, what's Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's gonna be at night. But as long as we can do it at night, because that's the time when your day's probably pretty much done. So that's how we compromise around that. So if someone says, hey, I can't do it on those Sunday, you be like, all right, well, what's up with a weekday? But it's gonna have to be between these time frames. So we'll compromise with the guests, and work around that. That's usually how we work around it.
All right, my next question is something I struggle with and I deal with, because I'm starting to realize who I find interesting, the audience might not find as interesting. So when it's going into choosing people who you want to interview, how are you guys doing this? And when it also answer this too, because this is the main, when it comes to telling people no, God forbid. But what is your process in that too?
First of all, I think that Dre and Lay are both influential when it comes to choosing who we have on the show. I definitely got to say, but them two do the groundwork, and they kind of do the vetting, if you will. They do the research as far as who this person is, what their profession is, and what they got going on. So it makes it easier for me to look that person up once they've done the vetting and whatnot, and they know who's a good idea to have on the show. And then it's all three of us to give the final yay or nay if we want whoever on the show. And I think it's been running smooth ever since these two been in controlling that aspect of Vibeshiptv. So
y'all are more like judges, kind of less. It's like, okay, here's the Instagram. No, yes. Yeah. So and all right. So hypothetically speaking, if there's two yeses and one no, it's a no go. Everyone has to say yes, or is it like
more of a evaluation?
It's like a evaluation, but we kind of treat it like a democracy. If we still come to a compromise when it comes down to it. There might be something that I might not like or something that Dre might not like, but he's on some, okay, let's see how it goes. And then if it doesn't sit out, if it doesn't get planned out the right way, let's say we have that person come on and they didn't meet that expectation, that's like a red flag to know okay, there's more people like this, so we know not to do these same people. Not as in there's genre or when I come to being an artist or their occupation, but more so that individual and how they come on and they really didn't interact a certain right way or anything. And we done had people like that sometimes come on and we had to pull it out of them. You know what I mean? When you came on, bro, you spoke. You came to speak. We had a great conversation and great dialogue.
It wasn't long enough for
trust me, I already know. And
when you do podcasters, we gotta start doing 2 hours.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. When we do like us, we're gonna have a conversation, but some people you got to kind of pull it out of them, and that's not an issue. Trust me, it's not. But we don't want to bring somebody upon that's not ready for them to express what they do, what they got going on. Because when people watch you, or even they watch your stuff or stuff, once you ask certain questions, that's what get them intrigued. Okay, what else do they do? Or what else they got going on? Or how did they get started? That's the reason why I watch podcasts. So I try to pick the people out like that as much as I can as possible. But yeah, if he says no, it's a no-go, bro. But
that's one thing I am trying to get better at, because I've noticed with podcasts and my channel, that's why I'm trying to get real better. And I know you guys can relate to this. It's those beginning 5-10 minutes, it's dry and it's kind of opening up, but people won't sit through that. If you're not one of those people who is adamant and watches ample podcasts, you're not going to sit through that. And then it's oh my gosh, I wish you guys could just get to this 15 to 20, 30 mark, because that's when it gets real good. So yeah, definitely, I'm already getting that. Trying to get the people to watch it. Whew,
I think that what you're saying that is whenever I feel for our process, when people come in, just like when you came in, we kicking it for a little bit
to make it comfortable.
I'm gonna get you a little comfortable in here. Here goes some liquor, a little something if you want to drink. If you don't, that's cool. But we're gonna have a conversation, and then once we have that conversation, from there, you already relaxed. So by the time you sit in that chair, you already ready to speak to us and let us know. Now, some people's different. They might come in and sit, say a few words, but they might not say too much. That means they might be nervous of being on a podcast, which we can tell.
And that can show on camera.
Yeah, well, we can see it. It's like we can hear it in their voices. You're like, oh yeah, he's a little nervous, like because he ain't never been in this position of being on camera. But usually the other people that's just normal, they just need you to get them comfortable, so they'll just relax with us for a little bit, and then we'll get started.
That's okay, because that was one of my questions. I guess we could segue into it. Okay. That's kind of why you guys do the music before it's kind of like ease the vibe, kind of make a chill vibe.
Yeah, make it more easier for us. So it's like, all right, relax, just be cool, be normal. Yeah, you don't got to be uptight. Hey, let me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, be cool, bro. It's okay. You on camera, but you good.
All right, for sure. You guys are coming up on the 100 mark. You guys are at 77, and I know you guys got another one dropping soon. Is there something special you guys trying to do? And also, I know each of you guys are different people, so I know there's an episode that you guys each resonated with the most. But it might be a different episode because, different personalities. So talk about that. I'll go one by one and talk about that a little bit.
I'll let you start, bro.
Well, my favorite episode is when we had the twins on.
So go ahead.
The twins on, Elijah and Elijah. When we had, I think for me, that really opened up my mind and more so to my entrepreneurial journey.
Those are the business gurus, right?
Correct.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
they are. Shout out to the twins.
Definitely shout out to the twins.
Sure. Shout out to them. When I got when they was on and just the the basic accomplishments that they accomplished throughout their lives, the many successful journeys that they have and they still have, it was awe-inspiring to me because I've never seen those two were the first two people of my race and my color that I've known that's been successful damn near at everything that they touch.
And it ain't cat.
Yeah,
it ain't cat.
Yeah.
Resume speaks for itself. So that is why that was why that their episode was so influential to me, and that's why that impact has a profound effect on me because I never saw that before. And once I seen that and I listened to them, that just motivated me to. I'm like, yeah, this is entrepreneurship is definitely where I want to be and where I need to be. So
for sure.
That alone was just my favorite episode, and that's why I like it.
Well, that's fair. I would say for me right now it would be Camo Customs, and the reason why I say Cam is for a couple of different reasons. For one, he could have been literally a ball player, but because of what happened, he had to change his trajectory. And even with what I do with me selling clothes, I didn't think I was going to be selling clothes, bro. So to hear his story and what he had to go through and where he's at now, and he's in the mall literally at Coach making custom purses, custom bags. We don't got people like that, or people don't know of these people and they're from our city. So it was a great feeling to see that, you're known for your grind, and there's I say a decent amount of people that I know that know him, and every time that I talk about just speaking about him or him coming on the podcast, and they always have good energy about a time they had with him. Dad, we used to work here together, or we did this together. It was always good collaboration, and I always think about that when I get my name brought up, just around any circle for real. So it's a good feeling to have people like that on the podcast for sure. I think that's my number one for right now for sure.
That sound cliche, but I feel like me, it was harder because I got to know a side of them I didn't know, as far as how they do in business in the industry, and the fact that how much money he spent on that Icy video, that was dang. And then it's I'm still trying to chase that down. It was when he started explaining how that is, and even his team and how he got to where he's at now, it's just oh, he really transitioned. You know what I'm saying? Even though the music's the music, but the real personality is that even his writing process. Because I used to do the music, so it just amazed me on how he grew through it. Even when he was saying how he used to be not going to the studio with Jeezy, I was just dang, that's crazy. But this is in this young part of his career. But just watching that growth and understanding the real person behind the music was Oh, that was dope. That's still one of my favorites, even though it's cliche to me.
And all right, I'm glad I thought before I said that. But and another thing is that people don't realize about Hardo, but it's been a minute. Like, don't you? And it's hard to do, but people have to stop looking at where people are at because you don't know the backstory. Like, I was listening to him in like probably like high school. And that's going on like what, almost like 10 years ago now. So people don't even know. But you have to be honest. It takes time. So it takes time to make it and to reach a certain level. So that basically you're saying is like, damn, because I've heard people be like, damn, Hardo bit, I want what he wants. But it's just like, bro, are you like, you wasn't there when it was him and Beasley.
What he went through.
Y'all was not there. So it's like, you can't skip over the 10-year process, bro. That's for sure. So we got Camo Customs, we got the Elijah twins, right? The twins,
Elijah
right?
and Elisha, yep, the twins.
The twins.
The Hill brothers,
The Hill brothers.
And then Hardo.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, that's a pretty good list. That got me thinking like, damn. Okay, so, all right, I'm not trying to get messy here, but I got to be honest here. When I had did the interview with you guys, and I had asked you about if guys had asked to interview you guys, there was a little a drift in the room kind of hit a little bit, and I'm just saying it from my perspective, what I've seen. So tell me what happened and who has been asked for the interview versus like separately outside of the Vibeshiptv.
So you saying like individually?
What exactly happened? I was trying to soften it up. What exactly happened that created that?
So I'll speak on it. It ain't nothing crazy. I'm being real transparent. So DJ Cold Blooded asked to do an interview with me. I don't know if it was for the Vintage or for Vaship. So I was like, hey, could we all get on? He was like, nah, he was just trying to do me.
Why didn't he just do 30-30 then?
What you say?
30-30. 30 minutes of you, and did 30 minutes with the group.
Type time, yeah. But I don't know, bro. So after that, I spoke with them and they were like, nah, bro, we can't just have you do it. And I was like, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? When it come down to it, just for two reasons. I asked, it wasn't able. It might have been because he might have had a smaller room at the time or whatever the case was. But I remember seeing, shout out to the Shot Boys because they from our way too. I remember seeing all them in an interview together. So I'm thinking to myself, like, why wouldn't we be able to do it? But they did just move. So it kind of made sense. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, just let me know. You know what I mean? And then from there, the other person that we had, we're just still waiting on him to hit us back. That's Marcel Johnson. I actually used to go to school with him for the Freedom Experience. He just didn't hit us back yet. So we're just waiting. I know he was talking about starting a new season and everything. I know he goes through the seasons kind of like how you do. So I was like,
but I don't stop.
Yeah. I already know. Trust me, I already know. Facts. I know. I be peeping you, bro. You always working. Always working, bro. And I commend you on that too. Facts. But yeah, that was the only two, and then you asked us, and like you was just.
Well, I mean, y'all. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all was pissing me off because I wanted y'all on that year.
We know.
That was
bro.
My fault. So
we know, bro.
I take full responsibility for that, bro. I was doing so much at the time, bro, and when you was texting back and forth, I done forgot and got so caught up into what I was doing. By the time I look back, I said, oh, bro, probably looking at me crazy. Like I already said it. I said, I know he's looking at me crazy. I said, when I said something, I told him, I said, hey, bro, he might, you know what I'm saying, feel some type of way.
No, I did feel some type of way. Because I'm like, I just kicked it with these niggas. And so, look, I start thinking, I was like, damn, did I say something that was like out of bounds or something? Am I rushing these niggas? I can't remember
what I was getting. Bro, I be editing, I be in the meetings.
I understand.
I do so much throughout the week, bro. I wasn't keeping track. And I was like, there'd be a lot of people hitting up. You know the DM. Yeah. Everybody's texting you like, you're just moving, and you know you know how you share a post and you send out that long message. Your message done moved all the way to the bottom. Yeah, so I don't really see your message until I gotta really scroll, and then when I seen it again, I'm like, oh, bro, I done left him on red. I said, I don't know if you're gonna get us the interview now, bro. Bro, what?
I was
I don't know if you're gonna do it now, bro. I said, I really want to get on there too. I really want to get on there.
I'll tell you exactly what it is, bro. Yeah. It's just like, and then this is like, it's my fault partially. I do so much and I drop so much content, people tend to think I have a team or someone helping me, and it's just me. So it's like when I'm trying to schedule something, bro, I'm trying to schedule it so I can move on to the next thing and not have to worry about it. Once I scheduled y'all for January, I was like, thank God, got that out the way. Now I'm not thinking about that until January.
Yeah, when you got it like that, I said, all right, we good. I got you.
Yeah.
So I was on it once we start communicating again. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I keep looking at this message. So when he lock in a date, and you know, just to go back a little bit on our stories, like in the beginning, bro, I was literally doing what you're doing. I was getting the interviews. I was doing the editing. I was just this is how I made them believe in the dream. This is exactly how I did it. I said to myself, if I'm consistent enough to do all the things and put it in place, they will follow, right? Yeah, they believe in me now, but they're not going to follow until they see you really moving in that thing. So as I got more consistent in being into the motion of the activity, and they seen it as they're next to me, they're like, all right, bro, serious. And I told them one thing, all y'all have to do for me is show up. That's it. Nothing else. Let's make it easy. If you just show up, bro, that's it. And that's what their only job was. After that part, now as we move on and start growing, I was like, all right, he took it upon himself to start doing the interviews. But, you know, in the beginning, you know, it was a little friction with us. And it was just like, all right, bro, no, we need to get these type of people. And when he caught it, I didn't have to do anything else. He gets all the interviews and he locks them in and he sets the dates, and he does an amazing job at that. That's what I love about him. It's like, bro, I don't have to be like, bro, why would you? He just brings it to the table and says, these are the people. And even he asks us when we come to the meetings, and he say, look, bro, who y'all think do y'all got in mind? I'm gonna be honest. I sometimes don't got nobody in mind. He don't got nobody in mind. So those brothers like, well, all right, you know what I'm saying? I got it then, you know what I'm saying? And he'll shoot the people and he'll pre-book it. Even how he sets it up now, he put us in a position where we don't got to worry about if somebody was to say, I don't want to do the interview. It doesn't harm us. Now, because we already got ammo in the tank.
Wait, so how many, bro, it's amazing going back. I've only had, I've had people show up and have to reschedule and things like that, but as far as interview cancellations, I've only had one.
Me too.
Yeah, I think
people don't really cancel.
I think we had, I think it was only one or two.
I don't think it was two. I think it was one.
No, it was two. Cause
did they reschedule though?
Trying to reschedule, but like after that, it's like we trying to.
Up, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's only one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, ain't nobody never.
No, you're right.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like,
because of the format. I feel like the format works well. Like he said, I remember one day we was all on the card. I was like, look, bro, I'm open. I was like, I'm down bottom. I can make the basket. And he was like, nah, bro, I got it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I think literally the next week or 2 weeks after that, I think we booked, it might have been harder, but in the midst of booking harder, I booked 4 more people. And I was like, look, bro, we got this whole October done. He was like, cool.
All right, so look, there's clearly a process, and this is just kind of yes or no, this one, and then we'll kind of move on.
Got you.
Well, not so much, Dre. This kind of excludes you in this question.
Okay.
Did you guys believe immediately? Do not lie.
Yeah,
be honest.
I did. And I'll tell you real quick. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Before, I didn't even know Dre had started, like back when I first seen his interview before it was just Vibeship. I didn't know Dre was doing it. Dre was doing this already, but he was telling me, bro, I'm gonna bring you into this. I want you into this with me. And I was like, bet, you know, I'm whenever, just let me know. Some time did go past, but he was already putting his foot on the gas to start it off. I wasn't there for that.
So by the time you seen it, it was already set, so there wasn't no reason not to.
But I knew his work ethic. That's why I was
the believer.
I knew that's why I was a believer. And I know him personally. So, you know what I mean? That's why I was a believer. So I was like, yeah.
Together.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a little bit short too. I done known Dre since I was like 15, 16. So there done been different times that we done met each other. Even where they was working at, they was in one section, but we all worked in the same building, which is crazy. But I think when I first started doing vintage, I came to his crib. Me and my man Shay Bug, we came to his crib and we just talking about marketing and everything. And there was a time after that we already knew that what type time he was on. Plus I did my interview with him, and then I came back to do basically that was like my second interview. So I was like, once he said that, bro, as soon as he said it, before I dipped, I said, all right, I'm all for it.
Nah, bro, I'm not hearing it, brother.
That's really what happened.
No.
Are you
saying I'm not
like we don't
hearing
butt heads?
the belief thing? There has to be more to it to make
You gotta
like
remember, you hear what they
bros
just said to you,
believe.
bro.
I got niggas I smoke roach
No,
blunts
no,
with.
no,
They
no,
don't
no.
believe in me. They don't believe in me.
But the
I
thing
believe
look,
in him. I believe in the vision of
person
what
that
he wanted to put out and what he wanted to do behind Vibeship TV.
But there's
that's what I
more
can get
to
behind.
it. What is the glue that keeps y'all together? You're not you guys have understand what I'm saying. It's more to it. There's
Being
more
communicative, bro. Communications, trust me, we don't always see, like I said, we always don't see eye to eye. But when it comes, because we had somebody ask us that on camera, bro, we was live and everything. And like, I kept it a being. I said, there's sometimes I don't like what we got going on. Sometimes Brock don't like what we got going on. Sometimes Dre don't. But we still come to a compromise to be like, It's like you going on the court playing basketball. I really don't want him to shoot the shot, but if he gonna make it and he's open, ain't nothing I could do about that. Doesn't matter if I'm the star player. It's about the team. You feel what I'm saying? So we have no problem with that issue. Like we're gonna butt heads, but we're so grown about it. You know what I mean? Like literally grown. We gotta be grown. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be sitting here.
And then we're older, bro. Like,
Right.
I'm not saying we're old heads, but I'm 36. How old are you, bro?
34.
37.
So y'all at the point where like, nah, we gotta make something.
Bro, we ain't got
Fuck all that. Put all this.
We got kids and stuff like that.
I got two of my kids in the room.
So it's like the responsibility is like, all right, bro, we on a journey. And even when Brock, this when I even knew Brock, I seen it on his face. When I brought him in the office for the first time, he was like, yeah. This is it. I'm like, bro, you see what I'm saying? Because every time I would tell them, I would do the action next to it. I feel like that is included. So when you tell somebody something and you do the action, that's just like, oh, you ain't playing about this? Like, you really do? And when I bought all the equipment, that was $2,000 worth of equipment. I'm showing you the equipment. You got to know I'm serious. How could you not believe that I'm serious if I'm buying all this equipment? I'm not buying it just because I just want to play around with this. This is what I'm trying to really do. So I feel like they seen the actions behind the words that I was speaking, and it was every time it lined up, that was like more of a confirmation for them to say, I'm gonna follow. Just like the twins, we deal with them. They're entrepreneurs. I follow them because every word that's spoken, there's an action behind it that lays the brick to say, they're not playing. They're serious. Let me be involved with these people.
Let me just say this one last thing too.
Yeah,
I think and yeah, like Lay said, communication is there, but don't get it twisted. The communication is there. This is a process that's never gonna be just set. When you got three personalities, three different viewpoints on things, there's always gonna be at some point in time, everything is not always gonna be line up the way all three of us think it's gonna line up. There's friction and there's confusion and there's disagreements is what I'm trying to say. It's not always Dre is this is what it is. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Lay, I don't agree with that, or I think it should be this way. There's we have differences is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So but at the end of the day, like Lay said, we know what the common goal is. So at the end of the day, we compromise on what we need to do and what needs to be done in order to get to that common goal.
If I know Brock's open, I'm throwing him the rock. If I know Dre's open, I'm tossing him the rock.
When I clip, I'm gonna clip this up. Tag him, bro. You see? It's not hard. It's able to be done. Fucking lunatic.
It is, bro.
All right. So let's move on a little bit here, because one thing that you guys recently did is the Dirty Birds and Ryan pod. Oh my God. Whoever. No. Hold on.
No, I'm excited because that was a combination of me and bro. Like,
okay, so that was my question.
We was whipping up something.
First of all, how did this come about? Two, like, hearing these personalities, bro, man,
Went crazy.
I was genuinely laughing. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good part.
Everybody was cracking up.
So tell me how this happened. Y'all already knew. You each had interviews with them separately already, but to come up with the idea to pair them, it doesn't seem, I'm honest, if I'm looking from the outside in, it doesn't seem like it would work. And then you guys did it, and I'm like, holy shit, this really worked. They really did it. So tell me on the process on this.
So real quick, the process was, it was my idea to bring to introduce a segment onto Vibeshiptv. Dre and Lay it was, if I'm mistaken, y'all can correct me, I think it was Dre's idea for the topic Dirty Talk, and I believe we collabed on we together who would work well together with that segment, and all three of us came up with the idea, Riz and Tanisha.
But we basically
that's not her name. Dirty Birds. My bad.
I'll edit that.
She gonna kill me. She gonna torture me.
No. I'm editing after this. But I got you.
But look,
No, but leave it in though. No, he's shot.
basically, like, so once we did an interview with Dirty Birds, because he locked her in, and because that interview was a little hectic too because of cameras and issues or whatever. We did it downstairs in a different setting, so we just trying something new. But when we did that interview, it turned out all right. Now it's just like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Trial and error. You just keep going.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean it turned out? Because I'm with you on this. She was on I Am Athlete. I was expecting this to blow. Like how the Dirty Talk did.
Yeah.
So go ahead. But that's what I was expecting. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically when we did her interview by itself, I was just like, I didn't like, we shot with one camera. I didn't like the camera we was using. The Mevos wasn't working. Bro, the internet went out, so I ain't gonna go on all that.
I dropped it.
He fumbled.
And the internet that we use, it went out. So we was like, we were just maneuvering through the process. Like, all right, we shot it. All right, cool, we got her. But after we shot her, we was like, and then we did Riz. But I was like, Riz is hilarious. Like, and then bro was like, I said, yeah, we need to get her with somebody. And he was like, you know what, we get Riz. And I was like, yeah. I said, them two is crazy together. We just need to get them on the episode. Now, as far as timing, that was a process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they're both busy.
Yeah, because they're both busy and doing things. So it's just like, once we got it together, bro was out of town when we did that episode.
Yeah, I wasn't even
It was
there.
just me and Brock that day.
Sure.
And basically, I just came up with some questions, some crazy questions to ask them. I was like, let me just ask them some crazy questions. And as they went in and I clipped it up, man, it was gold from there. Like, it really turned into something. And it's like, shout out to Dirty Birds, but we kind of let go of that segment. We just decided to not move forward with that, unfortunately. But I'm not mad at it at all. I was just like, it's just not the direction that we're going into as far as our direction as entrepreneurs.
All right. Let me, first of all, I know Ryan.
Before you say that, shout out to Riz too. Definitely appreciate y'all doing that segment because it definitely went up.
No, but hold on, because I know Ryan. I went to Arsenal with him. He probably won't remember me, but if I start talking about soccer and everything, he'll be like, that was you? So I know him. But, so he's killing it. So to be able to even find time to pair them together, I have to give you guys kudos for that, because that's mind-boggling. Next thing, we got to be honest here, because when I did my interview with Puma, it went up. The same thing how you guys did Dirty Talk, it went up. They love the vulgar content. We got you saying that's not the direction we're going into, but I've done 40 positive interviews. And it didn't get until I start talking about some vulgar stuff that it goes up and people tap into it and it goes viral. So when you say that's not the direction you're in, like, what do you mean by that? Because that's what gets the views.
On it. It's like, okay, you got podcasters out here that are in the positive direction, that are doing business, and they're succeeding. They're just finding their audience in the corner. So there's billions of people on the social media. It's just that you got to get in front of these people. This is where my marketing skill comes into place, because I understand that if I run an ad towards a group of people that are on that, then I can get in front of those and grow in front of those. So the vulgar culture and the craziness, that's everywhere. That's for everybody. right? Everybody's going to take a piece of that because they just want to hear the craziness. Just like we heard Cat Williams, you know.
That wasn't craziness.
It wasn't crazy, but it
I
was the
wish he
truth
would've-
was crazy. Right? When somebody's saying the truth, it looks crazy because they're like, what? So it still got a crazy aspect to it, but it wasn't too. He said a little craziness in there, in between. But what I'm saying is that when you got that type of content, you're bringing in an audience that's going to come in and leave you as soon as that person leaves.
Cause that's all that they're gonna be looking forward to. They're gonna just be looking forward to
That.
this. So when we do come back to, you know, like our regular segments and everything, it's not gonna be the same audience, for one. For two, another thing, shout out to Dirty Talk. She was just even speaking on when will it be a time that you want to look professional, be professional, and sponsorships, like bigger sponsorships, come on and they see certain things on your page, they're not gonna gravitate towards that. Let's just be honest, we're in Pittsburgh. It's hard to even the network with certain people. Even when it come down to like our audience, we want to more so get the people that are trying to grow. Everybody's trying to grow in a certain way, but the only way that they're going to figure that out is for what they see or what they perceive. So we don't want people to keep perceiving just ratchetness is cool and like Riz. Shout out to Riz because Riz is just funny immediately, bro. It don't matter what he's talking about.
He's funny.
He's
though,
just
like,
funny. Oh, all right,
before
facts.
he even knew he was a comedian.
Facts,
this
bro.
nigga was
Facts, and that's what he
hilarious.
said. He was just like, he's like, bro, this is just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like Dirty Talk is just straightforward. So just them two together, who already knew it was going to be magic.
whammy.
But also with how professional she is and what she got going on, it's no reason to try to like alter that. You know what I mean? Like she got something going, he got something going, and they both gonna prosper regardless.
Right.
Facts, just like we are. But just like they got their audiences, we have ours as well.
I
We must
agree
stick
with
to
that. But
See, this is where the disagreement is
no,
coming
no.
in. You hear it?
And I understand
This is where it's
everything that
coming
they
in.
just said.
He said it last
but
night.
It for me though, I think I kind of think a little bit more outside the box in terms of when things can work. Because like you said, you know, the interview went up. You know what I mean? Or the show went up when we did it. I think there's room for everything, in my opinion. And I only say that because, you know, it's just how you formulate and maneuver that maneuver ability to be able to make everything work and have its place to where you can, you know, you can be successful off Dirty Talk. You can be successful off bringing entrepreneurs on, just talking about, you know, their journey, what it takes to get to that specific thing that they're doing, whether it's just being funny, whether it's just being ratchet. We see it every day. And we see it every day.
So, the chance of OF models, no interviews with them. Have you guys thought about it? Be honest.
Nah,
So you guys are staying away from all of that.
I'm cool out the OF models, bro.
Okay. More like street rappers to like in the trenches, like really in the trenches. You guys are
See,
staying away from that.
I feel like those people are a little bit different. Or there's the only reason why I'm saying this is OF models put themselves in a certain position. Street rappers, they came actually from the street. It was kind of their habitat. They grew on it. Even with the books that I read, if you're a part of the 80%, you're going to become the 80%. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. They're trying to gravitate towards doing better in a different way. OF models is still kind of a little bit too to the left. You know
What
I
about
mean?
what about people from? Because I've thought about doing this because I know a lot of people that have like hood stories already done their time and stuff like that to whereas they evolved. You guys were cool with that though. If they
yeah, we're cool with
reformed,
that.
kind
We done had
of
a
a little
couple-
bit.
As somebody
I had a
just
couple.
my cousin just came home not too long ago. He reached out to me. He was like, he wanted to say something. I was like, I'm gonna look into it, but you know, I'm definitely all for that because those is those are stories that need to be told on a personal level. And just to piggyback on your point of, you know, interviewing these people, I want people to fall in love with the character of the person. You know what I'm saying? To understand their story. If we can authentically communicate the story of the person in the interview, I feel like that is going to amplify your podcast. Because when I watch I don't know if you're familiar with a guy named David Sands, but when I watch his interviews and he's talking towards upcoming entrepreneurs and basically telling them where their flaws is at, I'm falling in love with that process because I'm like, yo, I'm able to learn who these people are, what they got going on, and I feel like that's why I watch a lot of podcasts because I'm looking for the stories. So it's like if we can interview where we can tell that perfect story of this person or to tell that story of what they've been through or how they got through it, I feel like that's when it goes up.
All right, here's the thing, because when I had Tuliwap in here, he did that. He had the life story, and honestly, I felt bad and didn't clip up certain things simply because I was like, damn, like I don't know how he'll feel if like I'm using this as like kind of because if I'm being honest, it would have brought a lot of attention to my platform, but I don't want to disrespect like people past or the time they did things of like, so where do you kind of draw the line? Because the most inspiring parts are the most worst parts of it, but you need to hear that to understand where they are now. You get what I'm saying?
So I would be asking them personally on the side.
If that's okay.
Now, I'm a good person with reading people. You know what I'm saying? So if you could, it's a gift to be able to read somebody and be like, you know what, bro, look, you be all right if I would, you know what I'm saying? Put some of this content out. I'm not trying to exploit nothing, bro. I just, I want to know if you comfortable with that. All right, bro? You be like, all right, yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, I'm just letting you know because you said some kind of personal stuff in there. So I would try to make them feel comfortable and consoling to them on a personal level, and then I would be like, and then I can bring that out.
All right, let me be myself for a second. What if he got a girl, but he on there talking about all the shorties he was with or shorties he deals with? In that situation, y'all cutting that out or y'all asking what you doing?
Ask him if you want me to cut that. I'm like, Lou,
because I ain't trying to get my page reported, so I've always cut it out.
I ain't gonna cap. We had something like that happen one time. He said, "Oh,
they don't even realize it."
But shout out to my man Iceman. He's like Dirty. He said, yeah, we were with the bitches though. He said, whoa.
He said, "Nah."
He said, "We."
He said, "We."
He said, I don't know what he talking about.
All right, so another thing is, let's highlight some of the rap. You guys, like you already mentioned Hardo. You guys had Hamey on. You've had Gutta. So do you guys enjoy doing the musical artists? Like, is it fun for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. About to say, Brock, I'll let you speak on that.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I enjoy learning their experience, what they went through, how they became, musically gifted the way they are. The process of what they go through to put out a jam or to make a jam successful, or even just putting a jam together. Those are definitely interesting facets of the interview when we talked to them. I think Owie, when Owie came, he was just so authentically real in himself that the energy was just dope. Like it was that was like I could, when he was talking, when he was describing the different questions we was asking him and breaking it down, I could visually picture myself in his situation and doing what he does. You know what I mean? That's how well and good his interview was to me. So, but yeah, we enjoyed the process for sure.
And all of you guys are same thing?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the process with the rap artists, because that's what we kind of started off with. Shout out to Ree Hood for our first interview with the rap artists. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the trenches, 500 baby. You know what I'm saying? He came through. We grew up in the same neighborhood. Used to be my connect. Shout out to my boy again. You know what I'm saying? But I brought him on because he evolved. He's a family man now. You know what I'm saying? And he's legitly doing things the right way, and I'm loving his transition as a man. And it was like, that was our first rap artist on the platform, and when he came on, it was just like we started doing more rappers, and then that's when we was like, we need to get some entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? But it was the rap artists just because we knew that they had motion. A lot of rap artists got motion in the city, and they got their own like following, so we was like, yeah, let's go attack that side of the market of interviewing those type of people.
Even down from them.
It gets dry though.
Am
I tripping? Okay, so y'all agree?
That's why we start doing entrepreneurs. It got dry, so that's why we switch it in between. Because it's like, we start doing entrepreneur, rapper, then we did entrepreneur, rapper.
We even started doing producers, you know what I mean? Like, that's why we ended up getting Stevie B on. We got Big Just on.
We didn't even drop his.
His is coming soon, but just so you can even see like the background story from these type of people, because Stevie, he's a household name.
Bro,
if it wasn't for Stevie B, there wouldn't be no Pittsburgh music. Low key, I'm saying like for the generation that passed 2007 and up. You know what I mean? So like just even knowing that from just being around it, having that relationship with a decent amount of these people, like you said, Rehood, Hardo, he used to live down the street.
Real nigga, bro. I swear. I hit him up, bro. He responded like this. I'm thinking, oh, he gonna be bougie. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be bougie. He was like, no, I got you, bro.
He 100, bro.
He definitely 100, bro. That's why, like, Jay's always been real, and we grew up with him too. You know what I'm saying? He from where he from.
Literally a couple. He literally used to live like three houses down, bro. But we played on the same street and everything.
But I know y'all probably will feel me on this. There's certain artists that I want to know what happened. Like, so I reached out to like, I shouldn't say that. All right, I've reached out to ample people, I'm gonna say. Like some people in the POP crew. I will say this, I reached out to A1 and he wanted, and this how those people, he was gonna charge me, like, and I told him, okay, like be simply because the A1 story,
A1,
I need that. I need that interview, and people are just gonna kind of nitpick on the Trill Z, bro. He might have been better than Trill Z.
Chill. He's nice. Wait, look. He's nice. That's great.
Let him know, bro.
He's nice, bro. But nah.
Did Trill Z do $1 million by himself? A1 did. No.
Wait.
The one with the million is Angela.
Listen here.
That's the whole video.
Who bridged the gap for them to even do that?
The A1 Law for Millville, that they're a
like
team,
I said,
but by himself, $1 million by himself.
To do that?
Nah, we not about to do this, bro.
It's like the same factor with if it wasn't F Block, it wouldn't have been Hardo. F Block had to happen for Hardo to appear. I'm just being honest, bro.
It's like one of those things where it's like,
if it wasn't Heemy, there wouldn't have been Hardo.
Maybe I am incorrect. Maybe I am incorrect.
Said the ladder effect.
Let me say it like
chain of command.
They each have periods in their life where one was bigger than the other. Can we agree on that?
I can't, bro. Just like I like A1. He's nice.
What's the song with all of them? With the light skinned dude?
Welcome to Life from Millville.
Okay.
And the one
who
with
had
him
the
and
best verse?
Trilzy.
Are you serious?
Trilzy.
Man, we're moving on, man. We're moving on. This is a lot.
He must be saying that because of the karate chop. That karate chop. I caught him with some drums on it. That's why he said it. All right.
No, it's just. Maybe it's because I like Trilzy, but
I'm not going to act like he didn't go crazy on it. He went crazy on it. I give him that. Facts.
You don't understand, bro.
But
we grew up off of that.
I'm just saying, like,
I did.
Trilzy, bro. Trilzy.
I'm 27. Y'all not about to try to make me like 10 young. All right.
Real quick.
Young boy. Now I'm fighting to be older. This is my about.
True story, bro. My man Iceman. Shout out to Iceman, bro. Trilzy used to be in the studio with us, bro. I used to be in the studio with them, bro. Trilzy was supposed to be a part of our squad called 3rd Infantry, bro. We used to really be in the studio. And this one, we used to be rap battle on the Mill Street. Street, we all used to rap, bro, when we was young. It's just that certain people stayed with it. It went up. I was in that realm of where everybody was rapping. Facts, bro. When I went to business school and I was on the bus, on the P1, Trilzy was on the bus. He was about to quit rapping, bro. Swear to God, he said to me, bro, and I swear to God, he came to one of my shows. This is when I did a show in East Liberty. He said, bro, you got your sound. You sound good, bro. I'm about to be done with this rap shit. I said, what? Bro, you're hard.
Well, why do you sound just like him? That's kind of weird.
Exactly.
That's how you know he was around.
Bro,
that was a little too accurate.
And then he looked at me, I said, bro, you don't give up on this, bro. You too hard.
Yeah.
You too hard, bro.
Yeah.
I said, and Iceman and him, bro, they really grew this chemistry.
Crazy.
After that, he took off.
Think about all them pivot flows.
That was coming from
Crazy.
that realm.
I see.
Facts.
Bro, I'm overweight. Do it look like I chase? Nah, I said Trilzy.
I'm just saying.
It's like it's kind of the same thing with me. It's like let's relate it to POP a little bit here. It's like the G and Mees thing. So you're telling me there wasn't a period of time that Mees was better than G, and you're telling me
Mees
now
was definitely better than G.
So I think it's the same thing with A1 and Trill Z. Like
he said it
y'all is.
So you're saying like that's his son's better.
I feel like it died out, bro.
You're saying
I wish he would have kept going. He died out for me.
Who?
A1.
A1?
He died out for a minute. Once Trilzy passed, the torch was supposed to be passed,
True.
and it was just a time.
He was going through.
I get what you're saying, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, there was a time that he just like, I wanted to hear music and no music was being.
And then
brought to the
Trilzy
table.
was just pushing the pedal.
It's the same with like, all right, with Gilly and his sons. When his son passed, his other son, he's still doing music. He's still pushing stuff out. Are we hearing it as frequent? No, but he's still actually pushing it out. You see what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Bro, A1's nice. I just wish he would have kept going right after Trilzy passed.
I got it twice like Irvin, so slime back like. No, I really bang with A1. That's what it is. All right, so as far as when you guys are on the podcast, like, is there a limit, or is there certain things that you guys kind of keep to yourself and it's personal that you guys don't like to share on the podcast? Like, and if you guys do feel a certain way about sharing certain things, how do you neglect it or move around it if someone does ask you?
I'm an open book personally. You can ask me anything. The weirder or the more unorthodox, the better, because I think that makes for authentic responses. And I think the people that's watching and that wants to know more about whoever's on there or is being interviewed, that's what they want to know. They want to know the shit. They want to know the grit. So the more unorthodox, the better.
I feel like being vulnerable is like, just let them have it. It's like, just let them know. We was just talking with Juice. Was it 111? Was the Juice Bar 111? We was getting real personal about manhood and all that. And it was like stuff about my own life. But I was like, I don't care, because it's like people need to hear that, because somebody needs to hear it, because you don't know that your story could save somebody else. That's how I feel.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of want to be just want to be authentic. I ain't no reason to hide nothing. Ain't really too much to kind of, even like when it come to like my own endeavors, my own businesses. That's why people like and relate to me, because bro, I was authentic. I'm still authentic. I used to leave work to go thrift. Literally, they'd be like, "Oh, you can go home early, bro." Videos, everybody go crazy over that, bro. Just that itself. Like, even when it comes to the podcast, it's like, people can ask me anything. Like, there's nothing to really have. And that's another reason why we do got something coming in the near future with people learning who we are. Just one by one. You know what I mean? Because I know everybody don't know. They know about us, but they don't know our background or what we really go through. And we want to get out to the people so they can understand us a little bit more, too.
With your question, too, real quick, I think going back when we were talking, you were asking if we would do, if that's something that we would do collectively. We might not do that. I'm okay with that at the end of the day, because I'm down with the bigger picture. But personally, I wouldn't why wouldn't I do an OnlyFans? An OnlyFans girl. Why? Because that girl got a story too. At the end of the day,
he's so against this.
I'm not.
I am too, me.
Why are you guys? I'm sorry, because we've heard your point of view. I need to know why y'all are so against it. Like,
there's one in the corner, and the other one lives in Atlanta. I would never broadcast that, bro.
Right.
Facts.
You don't want them to see that type of content on the platform.
I'm not condoning it. So why would I condone them doing it? I'm just being honest.
But that's the point of the interview, is to get your perspective of what you think, and then hear their perspective. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. I hear
their perspective, bro. Because like I said, if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna state it. If we're gonna roll with it, that's cool. But like, as you can see, that's like a 2-to-1 man vote.
No, I'm just playing devil's advocate, bro. I'm just in the interview position.
I'm just stating like these are the conversations that we would have, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's still the same, but like, that's what I would state. I got one in the corner, and the other one lives in Atlanta, bro. I wouldn't condone it. It just wouldn't be no reason for me to condone.
And that is exactly why the vote, he would agree and be like, I would respect it, because he understands the situation, because he got kids. And see, that's where you put the other person's mind and be like, all right, look at my perspective. I see your perspective. All right, cool. We can come upon one agreement to say, all right, we ain't going to do it then.
This is why we work so well. This is why Vibeshiptv thrives. Right. Just because of what those two said. And like they said, like Lay said, you got a 2-to-1 vote over here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, like he said, I got a daughter too. You know what I mean? So that's part of, I'm sure that's part of the reason why, like he said, he just don't want him to do, he wouldn't do that. But I get it though. You know what I mean?
So, all right, let me play devil's advocate a little bit. All right. So all right, because there has to be a limit to where you guys will realize you're hindering yourself from a crazy opportunity. What if it's someone that's not completely like a Ruby Rose? There's no way y'all telling me Ruby Rose DMs you and offers for an interview. Because there has to be some where it's like, okay, this is a little bit dumb if I don't take this.
I feel like even if we took a Ruby Rose, there's still an in-between in that. You know why? Because we're going to speak on how does she get to her profit without her even having to include that, bro. You don't got to include that for it to be like that. But we're just talking about any schmo Joe. I'm not doing that. But like I said, listen. Nah, but listen. No. Keep listening, but keep listening.
Like, you get
keep listening.
for penny.
That's exactly what
we're talking about. We're talking about two different levels. Two different levels. For one, for two.
That's my point, bro. That's my point.
We gonna talk about that business.
I wouldn't do like he said. I wouldn't do an average OF girl that's nobody fucking knows.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
If it makes sense,
yes, bro.
you guys are open to put it, and that's when the three amigos come together and then have the discussion
make it make
again.
sense. But you ain't about to come on here. You ain't about to come on here in a thong, looking wild, about to get me killed and get my man
You
for them
threw
killed.
everybody off with that one girl. How did I see like because there's a lot of them. There's really it's crazy that
do that. Like,
we've reached a level where there's levels to it.
Right.
Yeah, because it's like, no, we able to just be doing anything.
No, all right.
Like
It was the seriousness of it though. It was like he really meant
you
that.
going into business. We talk about two different things now. Two different things.
Nonchalant with it.
All right, so we already talked about it a little bit when I had came on your guys' platform, but let's talk about, and you've already mentioned some of the people you watch, but Pittsburgh has good media, but outside of Pittsburgh, let's talk about some of the podcasts you guys watch, look up to, or maybe like nitpick and take things from, like some of the bigger, higher up podcasts.
Yeah, I got you. I know my three, the Pivot is a really good one.
Phenomenal.
I'm about to say the one with David Shands is a really good one. I can't remember what it's called right now to save my life. I don't know why.
Social Proof.
Social Proof. I don't really want to say Gillian Waller because I feel like they're like out of that realm.
I feel like they're doing it sinking a little bit.
No, I feel like they're out of that realm because they're already on top and are just like coasting now.
Right,
you know what I mean? I feel like they're coasting. So I don't want to put them in that category. I just feel like they're already in the top 5. There's one more that like I enjoy watching. They're from what are they good? Millionaire Mindset. I think they're from
one dude.
I think they're from Texas, but they bring a decent amount of people on. They had the one girl, she retired at 26 with a government job overseas. They had the other girl, she did she did day trading. Her name's Kelly OG. And those type of podcasts I like just because what they bring out of people, the type of people that they bring on, and it intrigues you. You know what I mean? From any type of story, any type of level. It could be entrepreneur, it could be a basketball player, it could be an athlete, it could be somebody that has, like you said, a great storyline that people need to hear. So those are my 3 for sure.
I know I touched on it already. I like the Pivot, definitely. And I would say Dave and Shands on Social Proof. That's who runs that. And then I would say, who else is there that I watch a lot?
Surprised you ain't say Earn Your Leisure, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say Earn Your Leisure. I love them because I watched them from the dining room table. That's where they was at, dining room table, and they
y'all finna be rich because we watch completely different content. Completely.
Yeah, so it's like the Earn Your Leisure is really like a financial educational platform. They got the Marketing Mondays I watch a lot, so it's like them. I like how they literally just let their guests run their mouth, but they know how to intervene at the right time. They like, you know what I'm saying? And they get the guests going in a direction. It's like putting a little roadblock in front of them, and then they move to this direction, and then put another one here, and then they move that way. So I love when they do that in their conversation. But those are the 3 ones that I really like.
I feel the same. There's only, actually I got just 2. Well, there's 3. definitely number one would be Earn Your Leisure. And just to piggyback off what Dre said, I feel like those guys are so successful because before they was at the dining room table, these guys they were already financially literate. So it made it the transition when they interview people that deal with these in that are in this realm of analytics and numbers and money. The transition to seamlessly intervene, like Drake said, is nothing, because they know that's what they know. They know it already. So they're just giving the people what they don't know, the financial side of it from whoever they got interviewed. You know what I mean? I think that's what makes them so successful, because initially they already knew what the person that they're interviewing was telling the viewers. My second podcast along with those two probably would be Social Proof. David Sands
he's nice with that.
Nice with it, bro. His content is about podcasting. So if you're, for us, we're in that space. For you, you're in that space. So, his content challenges you to take action and capitalize off the mistakes or the knowledge that other people has and the mistakes that other people's made, so you can parlay that into your podcast and what you're doing to make it better. And number 3, my third podcast is new. It's the Jason Lee Show.
Bro, that nigga, we gotta give him. He tough.
Tough.
That's the goal I'm trying to reach.
Bro. That's my nigga. Yeah,
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I never watched it either.
This is why I have that open perspective when it comes to like the shit we was talking about with the OnlyFans, things like that. That's why I said I feel like there's a story behind everything, and I feel like everything there, with those stories, somebody can get something out of it, and we can see growth through the stories told in that space, and that's what I see with Jason Lee. Now it's ratchet, but at the same time, stories is being told there. You know what I mean? And there's growth in those stories, and believe it or not, everybody that he interviews got something going on. They got motion.
Oh yeah,
no matter
how. I watched one. He had a Mario on there.
Yeah,
I ain't never watched it.
I watched it. I stumbled on it on the Instagram.
So you guys kind of stay away from like the more viral stuff. It's like, because like the only person that I would probably be able to relate that I watched that may be similar to the same things you is like Jordan Peterson. I watch a lot of him just because he's very inspirational. But so you guys stay away from more like the social media.
Like the norm of what you always would see.
Right.
Like that's why I said, like when I watch those other podcasts, they got an audience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got millions of people, but it's just like you got to get in those corners of where those people are at, because the viral content is basically everywhere. Like that ratchetness is everywhere.
Okay, just to get some main topics here, just so I can have some stuff like that could clip up and go good. Let's talk about the Cott Williams interview. Did you, because we briefly had at an instance where we were about to talk about it. Did you guys watch the full interview? Any of you?
Before y'all start, I'll go first because I didn't watch it at all.
Did you see any clips?
I seen maybe 2 clips. Really didn't pay attention to it. I keep it a bang.
Okay, all right.
I seen clips too. I didn't watch the full thing.
I watched the full thing.
Mostly what I seen.
I'm telling y'all now, y'all need to watch that full thing, bro. It's not it. The stuff that went viral isn't the stuff that like should have went viral. If like I'm making sense here.
Okay.
It was a good
agree with
interview.
I feel like that's how it is for all pretty much all platforms, and that what we see on social media, it's just for
entertainment.
Entertainment. That's what's going to get you the likes. That's what's going to get your page up and popping. That's what's going to get the buzz going around people. Oh, like I like you said, you should watch the whole thing. That's going to intrigue me to want to watch the whole thing versus the clips from what I've seen. You know what I mean? So I feel like you said, bro. That's shouldn't have been what's put out, but that's what's going to get people to watch and catch people's attention.
One thing I want to say, and then we gotta like move off from like, because we talked about podcasting this whole fucking time. Holy shit! All right. The thing where it's, and I know you guys know this, I'm not going to say any names in specific, but there's people that have came back to Pittsburgh, people that live in Pittsburgh, whereas they're big enough to come on our platforms and have us all monetized off one interview. And it doesn't matter if they dilute their interviews because they can have us all monetized. And I really don't want to say no names, but I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about here. So why do you feel as if, though, the bigger people like the Wiz Khalifa level type people don't come on these little platforms in Pittsburgh? And you cannot say it's because they don't see us, because that would be a lie. I've interviewed people that I know they've seen for sure. So, like, do you guys know? Just give me some insight on this.
For me, I truly don't know. I feel like if that happened more, we would be more like, we would be more bigger, just Pittsburgh in general. Pittsburgh has a decent space. We really do. We just have a lot of negativity that sometimes overpowers it, but we have a lot of positive things going on. So I feel like it should already be something that shouldn't be a problem, if that makes sense. I truly don't have the answer for that. I wish I did, bro, because it would be more doable for us to all elevate at the same time, like as a team. I'm talking about like what we're doing right now is like collaboration, but it needs to happen more, like you said, with people that are bigger, like on a Wiz Khalifa type of space, because there's a lot of people that is from here that are well known that could definitely come back. And it's not a lot of podcasts in our city, but it's enough to get us all circulating.
Bro,
well, I'm not saying
we're
like that.
so consistent and busy, we don't see it. But bro, I did some research the other day. I was like, holy
So I'll ask you this: what's the ballpark number? Would you say
We started before everybody? I think that's why we at the top of the food chain.
I wouldn't say
y'all
that.
started.
I
Y'all
wouldn't say that. I feel like we started
I mean,
before maybe you, not X-Files, but there's definitely people that started before us. Like you said, we're just a little bit more consistent. But what's the ballpark number you think, though?
of amount of podcasts,
including
if they quit, probably around like 35, bro.
Okay, I know that.
Really?
Yeah, bro, because you're not. I'm including white people too, bro.
Okay.
Oh no, that's fine.
Like there's a show that used to record here, and I don't know what happened, called Perfect Thursday, and I used to tune in with them.
Okay.
They were good. They had Kenny Pickett on, and they had the best possible audience you can get.
Got you.
Because college students will turn that on, do their homework.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Video,
yes, they will.
So I don't know. Some people just quit. Some people fall off. Some people aren't consistent, and then they try to come back, but the numbers won't be the same. So it's just there's a lot. There's a lot of podcasts in here.
Man, that's crazy.
I think that to answer I got a theory, like Lay said. I really don't know, but my theory is that why would you dump money in, why would you put somebody on who's not gonna open the door for somebody else? And I think a lot of people that that has the ability to monetize small podcasters, they don't, when they come here, is because they don't see that here, because they don't see the unity, as it were, to where, all right, if I help them, I know they gonna help somebody else. That's my theory. That's what I think.
My opinion, I don't got a theory, but it's my opinion just from observation of, and I just want to say this in the shortest way as possible, is that there is no middle class of African Americans in Pittsburgh. So with that being said, the governor actually said that. So the fact there ain't no middle class and we're actually the poor people, whenever there's poor people that are not financially educated, right? You got these ones that's in the streets or in the hoods, or these kids that, get success and then they grow and then they lead a city. Their mentality wasn't built on the barter system of helping each other. It was built on survival.
Correct.
So they're not thinking to come back to do that. So, like, if I was born in Atlanta, they're born on a barter system of we help each other, right? So when I leave, of course I'm coming back to do that. So that's my opinion, that's why that's happening, because we live in a city of black community that are in survival mode. And that thought process is like, bro, I had that process for the longest when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Just survival. I'm just now, in my 30s, learning financial literacy and all this stuff that I'm now understanding and, evolved into. And it's just like, Imagine if you don't got that in your 20s and you make it as a successful rapper or a successful movie star, you still had this little bit of a survival instinct into you that you're like, nigga, it's for me. It's not about nobody else.
Right.
So, like, I mean, your mindset is not coming back to help the people. It's like, I'm coming back to mess with who I mess with, and then I'm out.
Right.
Because that's how Pittsburgh think. If you go to most people, they say that, like, yeah, I mess with who I mess with, but I don't mess with nobody else. I had somebody from Texas literally walk down the street in Pittsburgh with me. This is my girl's brother. And he's like, how you doing? Somebody looked at him and just put their head down. He's like, damn, it's like that. I said, down south it's like that. Here, everybody's for self. They're in survival mode, so they don't give a fuck about nobody else.
I feel like, I think I'm breaking it. I'm like breaking open like the underground artist thing type of thing, because honestly, when I start doing my research, like nobody's really fucking with underground artists how I am. Like
You are.
Like
I give you that.
And I'm really trying, and it's like it's not enough, bro. It's like it's really if I'm not interviewing you, I don't care. Like that's how people are really. So when you say it's all about self, it's amazing to me, because it's like, well, I'm putting your friend on. That doesn't count for something,
Right.
like, bro. Y'all grew up together. I'm pushing his brand. That doesn't do anything. So it's just like I'm gonna have to keep interviewing everybody in Pittsburgh before it's more of like okay, he did his thing.
Because we're the first ones that got to take the hit, bro.
But we're doing it. Look, right now,
Nah,
as you
we're
said,
doing it. We gotta be the ones
this
that
is
take
how
the
it
hit.
should be. Oh, somebody got to break, but once they break, interview. Okay, all right, and then I'm an interview. That's how I thought it was supposed to work.
Right, it's supposed to work
Or
like that.
you have a clothing brand and you want to come on my platform, give me some free merch. Like,
Right.
No, that doesn't, bro. I've had bros do it. So when you give that, like, it's not, I want to call it haggling, but it's like a trading system
That's
where
a
it
barter
makes
system.
sense.
That's the
Barter
border
system.
system.
So and I'd be like on some, the reason why I had to be more adamant on people paying is because, bro, it's expensive. Like,
Right.
and if you're not doing, it sounds so bad, but if you're not doing something for my platform in some form or fashion, I can't just keep giving and giving
Can't
and
just
giving,
giving
bro.
it
It,
away.
it doesn't
And
make
that's how
sense.
And I just want to speak on that because, like you said, me and bro know $50 deposit, $100 when you arrive. We say that and you be like, oh yeah, all right, no, we ain't gonna answer you now. We ain't even gonna deal with that because, like, listen, we don't have time.
Don't you be feeling bad?
I don't know. I don't feel
Well,
bad
I really
because
feel bad.
we
We
understand
understand why.
because business doesn't have
for
feelings.
one, and for two, just because of where we came from.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Just from where we came from, I ain't got time to be playing around like that. I just don't. I don't want to play with you. I don't want you playing with my time. If you can't do it, I'm just not gonna message you back. That's perfectly fine. If you come back later and it's more, that's not on.
Do you feel as if though? I'm so sorry. 'Cause
Good, bro.
This is the good part, and I should have asked this way earlier. So, because there are people I do free interviews for, but to me it makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, but other people may not see that, so they're like, "Why are you charging me, but you're not charging them?"
It's the same way.
And I can break it down for them, but like, I don't got the time to be breaking it down for you.
I'm not gonna break nothing down. I want you to figure it out on your own time. But
You ain't got no motion?
another thing
That's
too
why.
is,
Yo, come on,
You ain't got
bro.
no motion.
Listen,
That's
that-
why
or
we not
if
about to do that.
You don't want to invest into
Bro.
yourself and believe in yourself. That's not on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when people that really believe in themselves, they ain't got no problem with making that investment because they're going somewhere, and they know they're going somewhere.
But
You
they
know
don't
what I
even
mean?
mess. You know what's the real kicker? And this is how I know they're not serious and you kind of just want to be seen. You don't even message me back on
wanna
some
be
like,
seen.
hey, bro, can we make a payment plan? Or is there some way,
You don't say
can I bring you
nothing.
some shea butter or
You
something
don't try to
like
do no
that?
type of
They
advertising.
just stop responding. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. Oh, you scared me. But I'm just like, cool. But I just don't understand. And I be feeling so bad because like when you want to put everybody on how I want to, you just can't. And then
Right.
you don't realize until you're in your third year of this, oh, I can't. Like
Damn.
people don't believe in themselves and they don't want it that bad. And yeah.
Listen, if you live in another city, I guarantee you they would pay.
Without a
That's the
problem.
sad part.
Without a problem.
You feel me? That you would pay.
Yeah.
Scoop
Right?
is-
You would
He's killing
pay.
it, bro.
But that's why I bang with Scoop
Killing
TV,
it,
bro,
bro.
because he's like, you know what I'm saying? But it just lets me know, like, bro, people, the sad part about Pittsburgh is like, bro, until you touch a star, that's when they start believing you. And that's the sad part.
That goes
Until
back
I
to
start
what
touching a real star, like,
And I got one coming, but
it just be sad that gotta spark you to be like, oh, I'll pay.
y'all already touched stars though.
But
So,
but I'm just saying. But even with us
that's
touching stars,
even
it's
with
still-
that's what kind of got the people to start paying without a problem. But we're still going to have those people that just, bro, let me tap in, and they don't know how to be business savvy the right way, and that's we have no
And it goes
time-
back to my theory.
We have no time to act like we're still just 15, 16 in the hood.
Right,
Like we're
right.
about to just go walk up and do a show in East Liberty. That's not the case. This is a business. We run it like a business. We got our own
rent.
businesses, just like you said, bro. So we know what comes with it.
We got real
but
expenses.
they gotta understand
Business
that.
expenses.
There's people that think when you pay bills, there's no tax. There's people that think when you pay back, go get a hotel, there's no tax. I don't know why. There's people that think when they get a rental, that
people
is the
gotta leave
amount.
Pittsburgh though. They gotta experience
Bro,
this
it's
city.
crazy.
Absolutely.
Look,
It's
we're-
crazy.
I'm so sorry we're running out of time here, so I do want to say this, and I know y'all can feel this, bro. I can't believe people have the audacity to complain about paying $150 for an interview where I don't even see money from it because you're paying for the studio when I've dropped coming on around like $10K on this. It's not even comparable.
Right. Facts, bro.
Like, so I know y'all feel that, but before we go, I need y'all to give all y'all Instagrams, Facebook, where they can find y'all one by one, and then of course shout out any sponsorships, anything you guys want to do.
I'll go first real quick. Shout out to Eon. Shout out to Ya Dig. Shout out to Think King. Shout out to The Bishop.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Polos. Shout out to all those sponsors right now that we working with. And also you can follow me at Dre King Live, DREYKINGLIVE. Or you can follow us at Vibeshiptv. It's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Pittsburgh Cheddar. Let's go.
For sure.
I'll roll into it real quick. I got the personal and I got the business page, but yeah, definitely shout out to my man Tad Jack Bishop, Dress Confident, and everybody else that we rock with. Dirty Laundry in the game, Dirty Laundry collections as well. Shout out to you, Pittsburgh Chatter. Appreciate you, brother. You can catch me on social medias. Lay Like the Chips. It's literally LAYLIKE. Chips with a Z 14. And then my business page, I'll just give one of them, is for the vintage. It's Mill Street VTG. MILL Street VTG. You can't miss it. It's a pink logo, just to get y'all heads up.
Shout out to LHA, rocking her hat, her merch. Definitely
No label.
dope interview. No label. Interview was fire. But y'all can catch me, B Davis 428_ at co-host. Vibeshiptv. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you for having us on.
No, for sure. And it just feels good to reciprocate and just good energy. And every time I have a conversation with y'all, it's never the same as the DM. Never the same as the DM.
Never.
Yeah, I get y'all like, okay. This is what I was expecting. This is what I'm
I
expecting.
guess
So-
you're not exciting texters.
He's even busy.
face to face is way better.
On a flat text. We be looking at him like,
Like,
if I peep somebody read it, because it's three of us, I'm like, he read it already. That's why he said what he said.
I read the text message without no emotion because I realized that. It's like you read the text message with emotion, and then you be like, you put the wrong emotion on the text message. That might not even be how the person feels.
Right.
All right. Well, we just got again, I appreciate y'all for coming on. Definitely got a collab again soon. Our platforms are growing, so over the years I'm expecting to have a lot of collabs. Yeah, and then I'll say whatever else.
I was gonna say this
off
last
camera.
thing though.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, check it out, man. When we hit 100 episodes, we will be throwing a party, exclusive party down at Eon, our sponsor. It's your boy Dre King Live, man. Vibeshiptv. Let's go.
All right. So we're just gonna have to take the picture and that's it, bro.
Got you,
I'm
man.
trying to do a live deal. No, I'm serious. Like I thought about doing a. That's why I'm trying to get all the podcasters to come together so we can have a live show.
That's something that we was already working on.
But the thing is, bro, I don't. Like, you know, there's some people that aren't gonna probably want to do it.
It don't matter. Whoever want to work in that first one, that's the one that's gonna spark it to keep it
Do like
going.
an animal.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they used to have the beats, they used to have the Pittsburgh hip hop.
Let me get her for the
Remember
picture.
that?
Alright, that's a bit.
Remember you used to have that?
Oh, for what?
Pittsburgh hip hop.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
actually jumping.
Facts.
That's they stopped that. I'm so mad. I was like, bro, if they had kept that
remember that.
going,
They used to go crazy.
my man scrapping everything.
You thought of it.
Oh, that was fire.
What's up? Not gonna be what?
Yep.
He'll be editing it.
Pretty much. Yes.
Hold on. What's y'all YouTube?